Uh, Hello, Bhumika and Ashif. Can you type in the chat which year you're from? Like, there are few research scholars as well. Good evening to everyone, and welcome to EduMoon and the PERIscope Hackathon. So, we'll be conducting hackathon tomorrow on 31st. So, okay, CSE first year. Okay, both are from CSE first year. So, I just want, as you are both from first year CSE, uh, like, do you want to be divided in teams? Like, if it is yes, type yes in the chat, or else type no in the chat. Like, if you want to do the hackathon in teams, type yes in the chat, or else if you want to do it individually, type no in the chat. Bhumika and Ashif, are you there? Yes. Okay. So, do you want? Okay, you guys want teams. So definitely we'll divide you into teams. Hi, Sriharsh. So and we want to know that you both are friends, or else you're separate, but okay to be get in teams with anyone whom you don't know as well. Like, you're from the same class, or else do you know each other? Type yes if yes, or else type no. Okay, awesome. So you guys have registered individually, but you want to be in teams. All right. Awesome. Hello, Mr. Venkatapavan Raghavendra. So, Soumya, can you message in the group to join everyone so that we'll start at 4?
Okay, sir.
Sriharsh and Venkatapavan, can you type in the chat what are you studying now? Like, there are few research scholars as well. I just want to know uh, to divide you into teams. We want to know which year you are from and all. Just type in the chat the department, like first year. Okay, Sriharsh is also from first year. Awesome. So, like, okay, first year. So most of you are from first year. Do you guys know, like, at least the HTML, CSS basics of coding, or do you want any kind of training so that you guys can perform well tomorrow, or else after giving the problem statements? Type yes in the chat if you know coding. Type no, or else learning or else I can learn. I mean, if you train me, I can do it. Type learning in the chat, or else type yes in the chat if you know somewhat HTML CSS basic. Okay, I know a little bit, I'm a learner. Awesome. Okay, just type like Sriharsh. Okay, little bit C language I have knowledge. Okay, good. And Ashif and Bhumika, what about you? Okay, you're a learner. Awesome. So most of you want to participate in hackathon and learn something from it and gain some kind of an experience. Okay, I want training. Awesome. So as you're all from first year, we totally understand that you guys are learning. So we'll be conducting a free session from the coding head of EduMoon student clubs, Shaukat Ali, and he'll be teaching you like what are the things that you want to, or else that you want that you should do for hackathon. He'll be teaching you that stuff. And don't worry if you don't know coding, like you can use no code tools. Like uh, the uh, the problem statement for students is to develop a. Can we get the recording for this and quick recap it? Yes, it is on recording, and you'll be getting the recording link so that you won't miss anything out of it. Don't worry about it. So the thing is, as you are all from first years and beginners, we'll be training you, and the topic for this is website development for the students, and you'll be getting trained on HTML, CSS, and few JavaScript and all. And if you don't know coding, if you're learning, you can use no code tools like Wix, WordPress, or else Swipe Pages, whatever, to develop the website. So Shaukat will be joining this hackathon meet within few minutes. So he'll be taking care of, and I'll be making Soumya. She'll be coordinating this hackathon along with Shaukat Ali. Um, so Soumya, I have made you a co-host. So what you'll do is just after Shaukat have joined in the meet, he'll be taken care of. And if you want to share a few things about hackathon before he comes, you can share it now.
Okay, sir. I'll wait till Shaukat come.
Okay, okay. Like, do you want to share? We need to create a website. Yes. Um, so Soumya, do you want? I mean, are you in a position to tell them what are we planning and how are we going to do?
Yeah, sir. Yeah, I'll tell them.
Okay, okay. Just continue
Uh,
telling them what we have prepared for
okay,
them.
okay. Okay. So yeah, good evening, guys. So we'll be giving you the problem statements today in the today at 7 p.m. So from then you can start. And also, Shaukat will be giving you all the guidelines and rules regarding this hackathon so that you can follow them. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the group without any hesitation. And also, any doubts regarding the hackathon. And also, if you have, and as Sir said, if you wanted to divide into groups, it's your wish. Like if you wanted to divide yourself, or we have to divide. So at the end of this meet, we'll finalize that also. So let Shaukat come so that you will get a detailed explanation regarding the hackathon also.
As you are about 4 members, right? So just tell us if you want to get the teams to be divided by yourself, or else we should do it. Type in the chat, like if you can do it, type me. If you want us to do it, just type you in the chat. Me, okay. Ashif has already a friend, okay. If you want us to, I mean, you must have been registered with along with your friends, right? That is why you're asking this question. Like if you have already a friend, or else I mean, mostly the teams will be divided in number of 3. So if you have 3 friends, type yes and type me in the chat. If you don't have, type you in the chat. Okay, Bhumika is you. Okay, most of them have typed you, so that you must have been registered individually. and you are from first year, so you must have not been friends with other people, right? So it's better, we'll definitely divide you into the teams, and we'll post the Google sheet according to the teams that we divide, and we'll send it in the group. I prefer not to be in a team. Okay, look, okay, Sriharsh want to do it individually. Okay, like most of them wanted teams, so maybe depending on the preference of the most of them, we'll be doing it. Like if you want to do it individually, like let's talk it. Like you can DM the group admins of Shaukat Ali and Soumya. Just DM them after the teams got divided. I think it's four. I think most of them have classes. Maybe that is the reason they didn't join here. Uh, okay, Soumya once talk to them.
Sir,
Shaukat.
Shaukat, huh? Okay, sir, I'll talk to you. And also, if your friends did not join yet, please ask them to join also. Who are there in the midst, so please ask them to join as soon as possible so that we can start.
microphone.
So guys, now, like as we discussed before, you'll be getting the problem statements today. So you have to work on it completely tomorrow and submit us day after tomorrow, that is 31st morning. Like we'll be telling you the time for submission, you have to submit it. So after the submission, the winner will be finalized. And also the winner will be getting the prize as well. So if you have any doubts regarding this, you can type in the chat box. And any other doubts regarding the hackathon also, you can type in the chat box. Like if you people don't know what exactly hackathon is, like if you wanted to know what exactly a hackathon is, it's something like a group of techies sitting together and developing a real life problem, as yesterday we said when we have come to the all classrooms. So you can divide into groups, you can sit, develop the problem which we give, and you have to submit it to us again day after tomorrow. So any doubts regarding this, you can just ask us. Which type of problem is it and what we need to do, write the code to solve it or make the website. If your problem statement is making a website, you have to make a website. Or if your problem is relating something to develop a code, you have to do it. Like you don't know what exactly the problem statement is, right? So you have to wait till the problem statement comes.
So the problem statement will be related to the website development. So if you want to, just a minute. Soumya, you need to accept people who are waiting in the lobby.
Okay, sir, I'll do it.
So like I'll be. So Shaukat have joined now. I think he'll be continuing it after a few minutes. Shaukat, are you ready now?
Yeah. Like, can you give me 2 minutes? Okay. So
Haha.
by the time I come, like, by the
Yeah,
time
yeah,
I'm ready,
understood.
guys, just share your experience about what you're thinking a hackathon will be. Okay, guys, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes, you.
I see like 10 participants. So all the 7 guys, please share your hopes and like what you want to achieve through this hackathon. Okay.
Type in the chat box like why did you join hackathon? Like what have you thought about hackathon and all? So like competitive coding. Oh, nice. What about others? Like the reason behind you joining the hackathon. Like what do you think of hackathon? Just type in the chat like Venkata, Praveen, Pawan has done. Ashif, Bhumika, Narendra for developing skills. Awesome. Okay. Will improve our skills and test my coding knowledge. Awesome. So to test your coding knowledge, I think if you're put in a situation where you have to develop something within a time framework, you'll be able to do much more than what you think of, and you'll be knowing your potential. And these hackathons will definitely help you guys to team up and build stuff. And this is where you learn skills and come in. I mean, there'll be other skills which are complementary, like communication skills, which will be very helpful while you communicate with your team. And Bhumika for learning, yes, awesome. So you'll learn something or the other. Software company explosion, awesome. So you want to put a software company. So like after like Shaukat will enter the meet, he'll be explaining you guys on how, as you guys are in a learning stage, and most of you are from first years. So we'll be guiding you on how to develop websites. Like if you don't know, like there are few uh, HTML, CSS, and all. Like you must have, listened it before, and you can use even no-code tools to develop the website. And we'll be telling you what are the guidelines in the group itself, like what to do and all, like how you can like what are the guidelines you should follow to actually complete the hackathon within a time framework, and how you should develop it, and what are the features that has to be there, and what are the rules that you have to follow, and how you should submit those website links that you have developed it. And like even if you don't know, don't worry. Just Shaukat will explain you how to do it and all. And as there are 12 members as of now, you'll be getting overall idea of how to do it and all. Um, awesome. So
Yeah, actually, adding to what Mr. Mahidar said, the thing is, actually, when you get into real world development, you'll obviously be getting bugs, right? And there's a thing that people call the priority bug in our software industry. And the thing is, when a priority bug comes up, they don't care whether it's a weekend or not. So whether you're in a holiday, whether you're in Bahamas, they don't care. They just need you to come and solve the bug, because it's such a big bug that the whole app or website stops working, right? So actually, a hackathon is kind of a simulation for that. Let's just say your whole website or app or whatever technology you're working on has broken down completely, and you have less than a day to code it out again, at least a basic version. So a hackathon is basically a mimic of that, and we're trying to achieve that through this hackathon. Okay. Yeah, Maithil, please continue.
you have reached the office.
Yeah, I just reached.
Okay, I'll just make you host. Will you be
Yeah,
able to coordinate everything?
yeah,
Soumya is
sure.
already a co-host. Um, So like the to stop the recording and all, you should take care of it, so that
Okay.
I'll be giving whole access to you as host.
Okay.
I'll make you as a host. Just make me as co-host, so that
Okay.
like I may not be there from now, so I'll just be observing. Don't
Okay.
forget to end. I mean, leave. I mean, you should end the meet and you should stop the recording and all.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Oh, so just make me co-host. I made you host now.
Yeah.
I think there can be two hosts. You are also host. I am also host. I'll
Yeah.
just
I need your
uh
co-host actually.
okay. I'm the co-host. Awesome. Sorry. Now make Soumya as also co-host,
Yeah.
so that we can continue the meet. Guys, Shaukat will take care of you guys. So if your friends are not in this meet, and if they are in the group, please tell them to join. So they'll be able to learn stuff and then execute it after the session. The date and time, the problem statements will be given tonight after the explanation of Shaukat of what web development is, and then you'll be getting problem statements tonight, and you'll be able to do this stuff, and you can come tomorrow by 9 a.m. sharp in the computer science department of computer lab. So we'll be announcing the room, and where you have to come. You should be definitely coming by 8:30. Be there by 8:30, so that when things start, you should be in the room of hackathon of computer science. Just be there by 8:30 a.m. tomorrow sharp, in the computer science department of Andhra University College of Engineering. I think most of you are from Andhra University, so you must be knowing where the computer science department is. We'll be sharing the location of it. We'll be sharing the classroom, and we'll be sharing the document of how you should develop the problem statement that we have given. That is a website for first years, and for the research scholars, we have a problem statement which is more advanced than what it is for the students. So we'll be dividing you into the teams, and sharing that sheet in the group as of now. So every communication will be happening in the WhatsApp group. So you guys should be thorough with the messages what we are um, I mean, you should be checking all the messages in the group so that you are in line with us and work parallelly. So I'll take to Shaukat Ali, the coding head of EduMoon. So he'll be taking care of all this meet. Soumya, you're the co-host. Please do take care of all the allowing and ending the meet and all. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Anay. Okay, guys. So first of all, to give you an overview of what we're going to do today, it is basically just very simple. What we're going to do is we're going to teach web development to all the students who are trying to attend the hackathon. Okay? So if any of your research scholars, please can you raise your hand once? Guys.
If you are okay, Sambhashav Raju sir is the research scholar.
Okay.
Okay. Even Pulaya sir is also a research scholar.
Okay, sir, I'm sorry, but this session is only for students. We'll just teach them the basics of web development.
Shaukat, it's better we tell them what a hackathon is and all. Most of them have joined now, so just explain what a hackathon, what are the problem statements and all. Then we can move on to the teaching session.
Okay, guys. So basically, a hackathon is when a group of students or group of people get together and they try to solve a real-world problem with the technologies they know. Okay, so it involves flash learning, brainstorming, and you have to apply the business logic as well. We expect an end-to-end product in every hackathon. Okay, whatever hackathons that happen in the world, they always expect an end-to-end problem to be solved by an end-to-end product. Okay, so in this hackathon, we're mostly going to ask you guys questions on web development. Okay, and there was a query in the chat that asks that is hackathon same as bug crowd? Actually, no and yes, because hackathon is like a bug crowd, but the thing is you have to code everything from scratch here, right? You don't have a working technology, but you're going to make a working technology in the given time. So that's the main difference between a bug crowd and a hackathon. So moving on, a hackathon is basically an event, okay, a tech event where you'll be given problem statement. A problem statement is basically the question or the criteria that you need to solve with your technology that you're building, okay? And after that, you'll be given a time frame of around anywhere from like 3 hours to 3 days or maybe 3 weeks sometimes if the hackathon is way too big. So what we are going to do is we'll give you a problem statement at today 7 max, mostly at 7. Okay, after 7, what we'll do is we'll give you the problem statements. Okay, the problem statements are different for students and research scholars, so there is no confusion there. Okay, after this, you'll be given a time slot, maybe like tomorrow at 4 or tomorrow at 2. You'll have to submit the completely finished product. Okay, let's not call it a finished product, but let's call it a full. Okay, so let's call it a full stack web application or anything. Okay, a totally solving problem. And the thing is, we'll be giving you. Okay, in this case, we'll be giving you 2 different questions. I told you, right? So for students, it's going to be a basic website, obviously, and we'll be teaching you guys that today. Okay, so I hope I cleared your doubts about what a hackathon is. If anybody has any kind of doubts, please ask them in the chat, or you can unmute and talk to me. Yeah, sir. Okay, so does anybody have any doubts about what a hackathon is and what we'll be doing in this particular hackathon? Guys, am I audible? Guys?
Yes, it's audible. It's audible.
Yeah. Sir, did I clear all the doubts or is there any ambiguous?
I have no doubts regarding this.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Okay.
And others, any other doubts? Okay, so I'm taking it for granted that you guys have no doubts. Okay, so moving on, now we'll be teaching the students. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to teach the students about the basic technologies that they need to know, which are basically HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So for those of you who are sitting in front of your computer right now, please try to code along with me so that you learn more than just looking at us, okay? Oh, 1 second, guys. Uh, 1 second, guys, I'll get started now. Yeah, so what are the hackathon rules is that you can use whatever you want, okay? You can use Google or, yeah, you get it right. Internet searching is allowed, copying is allowed, whatever, anything is allowed, okay? So the problem that comes here is that
Shaukat, your screen is not shared actually.
Yeah, I'm not sharing the screen.
Okay, just a minute. Good evening, the research scholars. I think so. You'll be getting the problem statement in the group itself by 7 p.m. with all the guidelines and how you should solve the problem statement. So this session is for beginners. Of most of them are first years. So we'll be explaining them HTML, CSS, and how to develop website, and we'll be giving the problem statement then afterwards. So if you want, like if you're clear with all the doubts, you can leave this meeting, sir. Or else if you want, you can also join this. It's up to you. So the bro, where we have to do hackathon college? It's in the college. It's in the offline mode. The hackathon will be in offline mode in the computer science department of Andhra University. So everyone should come offline. If you have laptops, please bring your own laptops so that it will be easier for you to start from today itself and submit it tomorrow by 4 p.m. So it will be easier for you as well as us. So like if you have any kind of doubts, just a message to Shaukat or Soumya after this meet so that they'll coordinate with you by 7 p.m. Mostly we'll be giving you the problem statements. Until then, this session is for the beginners who want to learn web development. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, so that out of the way, we'll start. Okay, so for those of you who are coding along with me, please make sure you guys are coding along with me, not just listening, okay? So first, what we'll do is we'll install a text editor, okay? It's called Visual Studio Code. Just go into your browser and type Visual Studio Code. Yeah, and then we go into the downloads tab. And then you're going to download it for your respective operating system. I already have it. So just download it and go through the basic setup process, okay? Guys, so how many of you are coding along with me? Like, can I get a number or any responses at least? Okay, okay, that's nice. Okay, so let me just here. Or if you guys are not able to find a laptop right now, what you can do is you can go to this website called Replit on your mobile, and it allows you to code stuff directly online and hit on create and create a HTML, CSS, JavaScript template. Name it, just say like demo and just create it. It'll take some time and that's it. See, this is your boilerplate code and this is your output, okay? So for those of you who are coding on a laptop, you'll have a more interactive session. Just open Visual Studio Code on your machine and yeah, when you open, you'll be getting something like this, okay? Yeah, so You'll be getting something like this, getting started, and you'll be getting customize your studio here, but just ignore that and click into. Now open a folder of your choice. Just make a new folder, or if you have one, just follow along. Okay. And development. So let's just say I'm creating a new folder here. Let's just say, and I'm going to select that folder. And when I select that folder, it will get opened here. Currently, we have no files. So we'll add a file called index.html. The thing you guys need to know is that anytime you create a website, the first page or the first home page needs to be named index.html, because the web browser will look for this website and it will serve it up. Also, when you're trying to host the website, you'll have to have an index page. Okay, that page will be your home page while hosting the website. So that out of the way, now we have something that's called Emmet extensions in Visual Studio Code. Okay, although the name sounds very complicated, when you hit HTML:5 and hit enter, this whole boilerplate code is given for you by Visual Studio Code itself. Okay, so now there are a few things that we need to notice. HTML always starts and ends with something like this. Okay, this is the tag name, name something. Okay, and then we'll have a closing tag, okay, like this. The difference between these both is that the closing tag always has a slash like this. Okay, in the opening tag just has the name and then a lesser than symbol and a greater than symbol. That's it. And that is the basic structure or syntax of the HTML page. There are multiple tags, like there are so many tags that nobody ever remembers all of them. You just need to remember a few more important ones. Now it will be very dramatic to go over all of this boilerplate code. So what you will need to know about this is that you just need to change the title so that it doesn't look awkward. Let's just say what do we say? Hack demo, maybe. Hack demo, and now go into the extensions tab and try installing live server. Okay, guys, if I'm going too fast or you're unable to follow along, please feel free to stop me at any time. Just text me or you can unmute yourself. Okay, go into live server and you'll see install button here. I'm seeing uninstall, something like this, but you need to install this one. When you install this server, you'll be getting a button on the right bottom corner of your screen that is go live. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So where did you guys lose me? I see a message in the chat that says please go a little slower. Okay. So let me just get back to where we started. Okay. So basically we just downloaded Visual Studio Code, which is a text editor that is used to edit files. That's it. Okay. After that, oh, okay, I am going to pass. Sorry, guys. Okay. So the first thing we did is we first installed Visual Studio Code. Okay. From the browser, we go here and say Visual Studio Code. Okay. Visual Studio Code. And we go into the download tab. Then we download it for our respective operating system. Okay. This is done. Now you're going to open Visual Studio Code on your local machine. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll start from file creating only. Okay. So we opened the Visual Studio Code and then you're going to go into the file and open folder. You'll select the folder that you want to open and select folder. That's it. Click on select folder. Then you'll be getting something like this. Okay. And this file won't be there. Just hit on this button right here and it will create a new file. Name it index.html, but I'm not going to name it. Okay. Okay. So now what happens is we got that, right? Okay. Till here clear? Everything's clear till here, guys? Okay, so till here everything is clear. And then what we are going to do is we'll do HTML colon. Okay, colon is the two dots in a column. Okay, column 5 and then hit enter. Okay. By that, you'll be getting this whole code onto your screen. Is that okay? Everybody got that? Yeah, got it, right? So now there's a lot of boilerplate code in HTML. Okay. That is, we'll just have to write the tag, although we don't need it, like this head tag here, or this body tag, or this doc type tag. You don't need to write it, but it's good practice to just write them. Okay. So let me just erase this. Now I'll tell you the basic syntax of a HTML tag. Okay. So this thing right here is called an opening tag, and this thing is called a closing tag. The only difference you'll notice is that the opening tag looks something like this, and the closing tag looks something like this. Okay. The only difference is this particular slash. Okay? This slash that doesn't appear in the opening tag but appears in the closing tag. There are exceptions for this rule, but we'll get to that later. So, although I can explain you guys about what all these tags are, it's better we just skip them for now and just give your pages like page apostrophe s name in this part. Okay, in the document part. Okay, so let's just say hack demo and control S for you guys. Otherwise, if you're too lazy to do that like me, go into file and select this autosave button. Okay. Yeah. After that, now go into the extensions tab. Okay, till here everything is clear. Guys, is everything clear till here? Guys, is everything clear? Okay, I saw only one S now. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so go into the extensions tab and hit live server. Okay, live server, and you'll see this by Ritwik Day. Oh, that's a nice name. Okay, so now what you'll do is click on the install button here. Okay, you'll see an install button here and click on that. It'll install and then come back to this page. Just close this tab. Okay, close this tab and you'll come back to this page. And now you'll see a new icon on the bottom right corner, that is go live. Okay, when you click on this, it will open your browser. See, it will open your browser. And the thing is, it's loading. 1 second, guys. Now we haven't placed anything on our website yet, but we changed its title. Remember? So if you guys check here, this is our title, Hack Demo. Now what we'll do is we'll add some content to our website. Let's just say we'll add a heading, right? So heading is always specified by a tag. It's called a h1 tag, and when we hit h1 and then enter, see h1 and enter, we'll get two tags, h1 opening and then closing. Now we can give a heading here, heading, and let's just check our browser again. See, we got heading here. Let's just say, let me take a random name. Okay, let's just say Asif. Okay, let's just delete this and say Asif. And let me check again. See, Asif is printed on the screen. So what HTML basically does is that it will tell the browser that the specific content inside of this tag, this h1 and this h1 tag, that is the part enclosed within it, is a heading. Okay, h1 will tell it it's a heading of text size something x or 2x something. Okay, after that we have the h2 tag and then the h3 tag.
In run live server lo
Sir,
code open normal
sir, you're not clearly audible, sir.
game రాదు అక్కడ empty place వచ్చేస్తుంది
Sir,
h1 అంటే వెబ్ హెడింగ్ వస్తుంది
yes, sir. So basically how we get it on the live server is that we'll go to the extensions and then we'll say live server, and it's the first extension that shows up, and we install this. You'll get an install button here, sir. And then what we'll do is we'll close that tab, get back to our website, like our code, our HTML file, and then we'll get a go live button here, sir. We click on that and it'll update the website automatically all the time. As long as we save the file, it'll update it. I hope I'm clear, sir. Okay, so I'm taking it for granted. I'm sorry, sir. So after that, we have H4, H5, and H6 tags. The thing is, you might think H4 is a bigger size than H1, but that's not true. H1 is the largest tag and H6 is the smallest one. Okay. So let me just remove this. Now we have a ton of tags and it'll take me a lot of time to explain them. So what we'll do is there's a cheat sheet on HTML tags. HTML cheat sheet, and whatever you need will be inside this PDF. Okay, all the tags that you'll probably ever need will be inside this itself. And there's also like a few important ones that we actually need. Okay, so let me just get an image quick. Okay, so let's just say I go to pictures, save pictures, and I'll copy something. Okay, I'll just copy this one. Copy. Go into this and development hack demo, and let me just paste it here. Okay, so now let's rename it to let's just say Asif. Okay, asif.png. Now the thing is, we just kept it inside this folder. Okay, now let's go here and say img. Now an image tag always has two attributes: src that specifies the source and alt that specifies the alternate text. Okay, we'll see what that means in a second. First, let's look at the src attribute, asif.png. Okay, now we'll check our website again. See, we can see that image here, but it's not sized correctly. Okay, see, this is the image. And now we're going to look at the alt attribute. Let's just say this is Sasuke and Itachi. Okay. Itachi. Okay. So now the thing is, when I add text there, you cannot see it here, but it is present and it will be displayed for screen readers. Okay. There are things called screen readers for people with special abilities. And this is read out for them. Whenever you try to read a website, if there's an image, it will tell you something, right? An image of a dog or something like that. So this data in the alt text is used for that. And this also helps in SEO. Okay. You guys will probably learn what SEO is later, but for now, you guys only need to bother about the SRC. Okay. After this, we obviously need lists in our real life, right? So we have a tag for that, which is OL, which means ordered list. Okay. And in every ordered list, we can have elements like we can say list item LI, enter LI and enter. This will create a new list element within the OL, that is the ordered list. Okay. Notice that every list item should be inside OL. Okay. So we're having a space here and we're keeping LI, that is the list item, within the ordered list. And within this, let's just say first item. Then let's say another LI, second item. Yeah, let's just take a look at it after adding another element. LI. Okay, so now let me just get here and yeah, zoom in a bit. Okay, so this is the ordered list. Notice that I didn't add 1, 2, 3. I didn't add any 1, 2, 3 here, but you can see 1, 2, 3 here, which is added by the browser itself on seeing the OL tag. Now let's say I don't want an ordered list, but I want a dot maybe. Instead of 1, 2, 3, let's say I want a dot. How do we do that? Is that we'll just say, instead of OL, we'll just say UL, okay? It changes it automatically for me because I have another extension, but please change it on your local machine. So see, now we got dots. We also have something that's called attributes in HTML, okay? Attribute is something that is written within the opening tag of the tag, okay? So let's just say I have li here, right? I can write something here. Let's just say style attribute, okay? Style, and we'll just say color equal to aquamarine. Now that should change the color of the first element. See, yeah, we'll get to styling again, but this is what an attribute looks like in HTML. Okay, so I hope everything is clear until this point, because we'll be moving on to tables now. Guys, is everything fine? Did you get me? Did you not understand what I was saying? Guys, am I audible first of all? Yeah, okay, sir. Sir, I hope there's no doubt or any ambiguity. Okay, yeah. I hope everything is clear, guys. If you have any doubts, please make sure you ask me right now, okay? Okay, now let's move on to HTML tables. Let's just take a look at what a table looks like, right? So everybody knows that it has rows, and it has different columns. So easy, right? But in HTML, the problem is that we have only rows, okay? We only have rows, but we do not have columns. That's a problem, okay? But there is another way of solving it. I'll show you guys how. Let me just type tables in HTML. And the thing is, guys, actually, you are allowed to use Google in the hackathon. So feel free to use Google, okay? See, this is how we always define a table. So what we're basically doing is we have a table tag, if you can see, and then we have TR, which stands for table row, okay? So what we are creating is, first we have a table tag, and then we have a table row tag, one table row, second table row, and a third table row here, okay? So third table row, yeah, actually this isn't there, okay? And then for every item, we are going to get a straight line, okay? In the first one, we got, okay, let's just say like this. And then for the second, it's contact. And for the third, it's country, which is automatically there. And then it will just extend downwards because we have same number of tags here, okay? So we only have rows and we do not have columns in HTML, okay? Please note that, guys. That's a very important feature, actually. It's also an interview question if you guys are preparing for that. Table tag and TR will just create a table. Wait, okay, table data. Table data tag. And in this, we'll just say name. Then we'll say another one. Let's just say name, roll number. Roll number, and then we'll say phone number. Okay. Phone number. Now, let me just take a look at how it is looking here. Okay. Yeah, this is my website and this is our table, but we do not have borders. By default, we won't have borders. See, I'll show you guys here. They added it somewhere. Okay, they added it using CSS here. This is CSS, we'll get to CSS also. Okay. So don't worry, for now we don't have any kind of, what do they say, like tables and borders and stuff. So let's just say another TR here. Within this, we'll say another TD and name is Shouter. Another TD and my roll number is something something. And my phone number is going to be something something. Okay. Now, yeah, please do note that I have the auto save feature enabled, and you guys will probably want to click Ctrl S for saving the file. So this is my name. I'm not sure, but there's kind of a line here. Okay? Just imagine that we have a line here. We'll add this by style later, so don't worry for now. Okay, let's just get back to this and yeah, let's just copy paste again. Control C and Control V. Yeah. So now let's check again. See, we got the same but in row. So if you guys keep on adding like this, you'll understand that we'll be getting columns. Okay. Although we can't see any kind of borders, we already have columns just by using rows. Okay? So that's how tables are done in HTML. We'll get back to styling again. So yeah, that's pretty much it. HTML is practically done for you guys right now because you won't be using more than this for this hackathon. Okay. Now let's get to the nice part, which is CSS. CSS stands for, can anybody answer me? CSS stands for okay. So yeah, I'll take that. Nobody answered me. Okay. Anyways, CSS stands for Cascaded Styling Sheets. It's basically used for adding color to your website. That's it. Okay. So there are 3 ways to add. Okay, let me just say there are 3 ways, which are, this is also a very like common point to keep in mind, which is inline. Okay, inline. Yeah, my handwriting is not that good. Sorry. Inline and internal and external. Okay. So what this means is that there are 3 different ways to style your website. Okay, you can choose any of the 3. Let me just first show you guys what I mean by practically doing it. So for the body, what we'll do is we'll say the style attribute. Okay, we'll add the style attribute and say color, okay, background color. Okay, color will be, let's just say blue. Okay. Now let's go and check our website again. See, the background is changed to blue. So what is happening is that when the browser reads this, it will see the style attribute and say, okay, I need to add whatever is after this equal to as a style to the website. Okay. Always in attributes, we'll have double quotes. So for whichever tag we give the attribute of style and apply some styling, that styling will be applied to all its children element. Now, what does children element mean is that now if you guys see, we have nested elements, right? Let's just say this is the body tag, okay? And this is where it ends. So basically all the tags within this span are nested in it. And they're also called children tags, okay? And div, the body is called the parent tag of those children tags or nested tags, okay? So now what we'll do is we'll try and check for this tag. Okay, let's just say style background color is going to be red for this one. Okay, let's just say red. Okay, now let's go here. See, only for this one, that is only for the name, it changed to the background color changed to red. Okay, so that's how we apply inline CSS. Okay, let me just remove this. Okay, now we have another type of styling that is called the internal styling. Okay, so this is done within the head tag. Now we'll just go in here and say style. Okay, and whatever you write within this style tag will be considered as valid CSS. Okay, now we have one problem, that is, if I want to select the body tag, I'll just give style attribute here. If I want to select this TD, I'll just give the style attribute here. But when we write in the head section, that is when we write internal CSS, that is not possible, right? So what we'll do is we'll select the tags using selectors, okay? CSS selector. Basically, to be honest, it's always the name of the tag, okay? Or the class or ID. What is class or ID? I'll get back to that, okay? So let's just say I want to select all the TDs and style them TD. And we're going to say color is going to be white. Okay. So let me go here and yeah. So I'm not sure if you guys can see because the background is also same. Let me just change this to style background color will be black. Okay, so now we made it dark. Okay. Now let me just change this to like blue. Okay. See, it changed to blue. So what's happening is when we say TD and open curly brackets, whatever is within these curly brackets will be applied to all the TD tags within our document, within this document only. Okay. Now let's see how we can specify a particular tag. Let's just say I want to select the second tag in the first row. Now what I'll do is I'll add a class attribute. Okay. Class, let's just name it Ali. Okay. And then what we'll do is how do we select a tag is we select it by dot class. Okay. Always remember it like that. Dot Ali. And in here, what I'll do is I'll say color will be equal to red. Okay. See, only this, like the second element in the first row, that is this part, roll number, is colored in red because I selected this here. Okay. So that's how you color and style stuff. But this is not all that CSS has to offer. Okay. There are multiple like models and stuff to design layouts. You can explore them, but for now, I'll tell you guys some basic stuff. Okay. So also, yeah, we have color. We have written color here, right? But that's not the only case. We can maybe write font size. See, font size, font weight. Let's just say 200 pixels. So see, it's like very large, right? Let me just zoom out, and this is at 100% zoom. It's like very large. You can increase the text font, or maybe let's just say 2 pixels. See, 2 pixels means very small and stuff like that. Okay. So how do you get to know all of these? Again, there are like way too many CSS styles. So not everybody can remember them. In fact, nobody remembers them. Only the famous ones are kept in mind and the rest are just neglected. Okay. So you can just take them light. We can just say CSS attribute. Okay. CSS attributes, and there will be obviously a website. We don't remember stuff. Okay. We just apply stuff in web development. For remembering, we have Google. Okay. Yeah. So you'll find all of these form, how to style a form and stuff, input width 100, all these. There are different attributes to do different things. Now, let's just say I want to align all of this text into center. Okay. So how do I do that? I don't know, right? So we have something for that also. How to align text to center in HTML. Okay. See, HTML center tag. We have the center tag, and what I'll do is I'll use center here. Center, and let me just cut this from here and paste it here. That is, I'm enclosing the whole body within center. Now, what will happen is that the whole body is centered. See, so in web development, especially front end, you'll basically never have to remember anything. You'll just have to Google it. Okay. Although this might sound weird, that's the thing, but you'll have to always remember all the layouts, all the models and stuff. So now let's talk about packaging. Okay. I know it's not what it's called, but packaging basically means when you have, let's just say you bought a new TV. Okay. This is the border box. And within this box, you're going to have your original TV. Okay. This is your TV. And then it comes in a cardboard box, right? This yellow part is the cardboard, and then you'll have some mesh here. Let's just say thermocol. Okay. You'll have thermocol and it's placed on a table. Let me just take another color and voila. Okay. So this is the table that is placed on. And please do notice that we have some space here, this empty space, okay? Now, what I'm trying to explain you here is not how to buy a TV, but listen, now this is our main TV. We'll call it the content, okay? All this white part is the content, that is the text or maybe the image or something like that. And then we have the red buffer, right? Before the cardboard, like to protect it from the cardboard, we have this part, which is called the padding, okay? Padding of the TV, but in this case, padding of content, okay? After that, we have the box itself, that is the yellow part here. It's called the border, okay? Obviously, it's called the border because it defines the border around content, okay? Just lines, maybe we saw before, right? In the table example, we saw the lines in the example, okay? I'm sorry. So after that, on the table that is placed, we have some empty space even after the border, right? The pink area. It is called the margin of the content, let's say. Okay, so let me just show you how it works in practical. Let's just go to any website, okay? Google, why not? Google, and right click anywhere on the website and say inspect. You'll be getting Chrome developer tools, and let's just hover here. Okay, that's an image. So yeah, when you hover here and click on computed, you'll be getting these weird box-like structures, and here you will be able to observe it in a better way, okay? So whatever is this part, this box, blue box, is your content. That is the image here. And then you have padding, then border, and then margin, okay? Let's just add border for this. Let's just say 50 pixels. Oh, it's not editing here, but yeah, you get the idea, right? Okay, now let's take a more practical approach. Let's just say I have instead of table, we're going to have something that's called a div. That is the division tag, okay? When we just have to group content together, we use the div tag. So now let's name this div let's say class and empty. Now getting back to styles, we actually have a third type also, I told you. That's called the external style sheet, okay? Now what we do is we'll say link and enter. Then we'll get rel, that is the definition of what is being linked here, okay? And then we have href, that means the reference, okay, head reference. Now we'll just say styles.css, open that, and let me just link it here, okay? Here we'll say styles.css. And now whatever I apply here in styles.css will be reflected on this. Let's just say empty. Also, please do notice that by general, like by default, a div does not have any dimensions, okay? It will just appear on the screen, but you won't be able to see it because it has no dimensions, okay? Now let's just say width is 100 pixels. That means width of the box, width of the div is going to be 100 pixels. And let's define the height also. Height also will be 100 pixels, okay? 100 and 100, which means we'll get a square 100 by 100 square, okay? So let me just say it will be 100 pixels. Now the thing is, you guys cannot see it here, but if you kind of hover it over, you'll see a div here, okay? Let me just go here, and see, this is our div actually. If you guys can see, it's highlighted, and this is the div, but you cannot see it because it doesn't have a color, right? Let's just give it a background color. Background color of what color do you want? Let's just say, yeah, whatever that means. See, we got a div here. It's 100 by 100 and it's centered because we have a center tag here, okay? Let me just remove this. By default, it's actually left aligned, okay? Any div will be left aligned by default. Now let's just add margin, border, and padding for this. Okay. Let me just say margin is 50 pixels. Border is 2 pixels. And padding is going to be, let's just say 50 pixels. Okay. Now, the thing is, our div was actually 100 by 100, right? Where is it? Okay. So our div was 100 by 100. Now, what we did is, this is our content. Okay, the div is our content, and this is 100 by 100. But we added a padding of how much? How much did we add? We added the padding of 50 pixels, right? So yeah, plus 50 on all sides. Okay. So this will be our size of the content within the div. Okay. So now from center to here, it will be 150 pixels. Okay. So till here also it will be 150 pixels because we added 50 to 100. Okay? Yeah, it makes sense, right? So then we also have a border thickness. That is how thick the border will be. We said in this case, it is 2 pixels. And now we'll change the border color so that it will be more visible. Border dash color will be, let's just say brown, okay? Blue, violet, okay, anyways. Let's just add border dash style dashed, okay? So now, if you guys can observe here, we're actually having dots here, okay? So that's how you set a border. Let's just say you need to make a card looking like a postcard, okay? You can just add border like this and it looks more like a postcard. Okay, after this, what we'll do is let me just clear all of this. I hope I'm not going too fast, guys. If you have any doubts, please stop me and ask me. Okay, now what we'll do is see, this is all the properties that you have on the margin property. Okay, so whatever you need, Visual Studio Code will practically provide you intelligence for everything. Okay, so let's just say I want to center this div tag. Okay, I want to center this div tag. What I'll do is, first of all, intelligently, I can write the center tag. Center tag and enclose this div within that, right? Obviously, it'll be pretty easy for me. See, it's centered now. There are like many ways to do it, but this is the most simple one. Okay. Actually, in many interviews, they ask this question: what's the simplest way to center a div? And the center tag is the answer for that. Okay. This remove that and that. Yeah. So that basically wraps up the box model. Okay. So now what we did was basically, wait, again, there's a problem. So I'll just port and open again. Guys, did you understand everything till now? Or am I just talking like that? Guys, did you understand anything? Okay. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is learn flex model, which is basically very feared. Okay, flex in CSS. Yeah, so the thing is, when we talked about the margin padding and border, it was all considered to be boxes, right? So let's just say, let me just go here and going to compute it. The thing is, you'll see that everything is a box. Okay? Let's just say here, this whole thing is a box. This whole thing is a box. Okay, everything is considered to be boxes in this actually. Okay, in the box model, it's considered to be boxes, but in Flex, it's actually like every little part of the content is given a separate form. Okay, they're not considered like individual boxes, but the whole content is considered to be a single box. And then what we basically have is that we can align those boxes within a big box. Okay. So let's just say this whole window is a box. Then we have these different boxes, right? We have around 6 to 7 here and they are aligned in some way. So we can do like flex start, which means from starting, it will start aligning these. And then flex end will align these like this and center space between, place around. You can always play around in documentation. Okay. So yeah, also we'll just go here. I'll add an image again. Image source massive.png and alternate is just picture. Let me just say. So this is how our image currently looks, right? So what I can do is I can specify some more properties on this image so that it doesn't look so oversized, right? Let me just give it a class. So how do we give a class is we'll give it as an attribute, CLASS, and now we'll name this class image, okay? And for this image, what we'll do is we'll select dot image and we'll just style it with width. It will be 100 pixels. Yeah. So I gave it a width of 100 pixels and height 100 pixels. Now it will look different. Okay? So see, this is how it looks. It looks very bad, right? So that's basically how you can set the size. Let me just say I want more width. Okay. Let's just say 500 pixels of width. Now it will look stretched. See, let me just say 350 maybe. We'll just play around with the values till we get the size we want. Okay. See, 350 is looking better, but 200 would 300 maybe. So you just keep playing around till you get the nice size. Okay. So let me just say it is 400 pixels of height. So now it looks stretched horizontally, right? Sorry, vertically. So what we'll do is we'll say 250. So that's how you style images, and that basically wraps up our CSS. But the thing is, for everything you need, you have Google, right? For this hackathon. So what you'll do is, let's just say I want to style a nav bar, okay? Nav bar styling, you just hit on Google and you'll get whatever you want, right? CSS navigation bar. See, this is how it happens. When you hover, it changes color and stuff. See, this is the nav bar. A nav bar is always listed as a UL. That's another tip. And then it's given a property in CSS, list style type, to none. That means you won't be getting those dots that we talked about before. And then margin is 0, padding is 0 to ensure nice even spacing. And that's basically how you do a nav bar. Okay? You also have nav element in HTML. So you can always refer the documentation based on what you want, right? Actually teaching this, oh, sorry. Okay, so that ends CSS also. So now we're going to learn JavaScript. Basically, JavaScript can be run in your console in the browser, okay? So just open your browser, right click, inspect, and go into console and just say console.log. This is shouted and hit enter. It shows you whatever you logged over here, okay? So actually, we are going to use JavaScript not for making calculations, but for making animations, okay? Like maybe if the user clicked on some button, it has to do something. Let's just say JavaScript for animating the user. Okay. How to animate buttons with CSS? No, not CSS, with JavaScript. See, this guy just gave you like easy button demos. See? So you can basically just go on to Google and search for JavaScript. Like if it's getting actually late. Okay, so guys, do you have any doubts on HTML and CSS? Guys. Yeah, sure, sir. We'll just share the link. We get an overview. Yes, sir. We'll just share the link in the group after the meeting. Also, like, on HTML and CSS. Yes, sir. Sure. We'll send the link in the description. WhatsApp group. Yeah. So, actually, I thought of teaching you guys JavaScript as well, but time isn't permitting. I'm sorry, guys. So I guess that's it for today. Any doubts?
Shaukat, can
sir.
you make me as co-host?
Yes.
I think. Yeah, thank you, Shaukat, for explaining. Guys, have you got an overall idea of what he said? If yes, type like if you, I mean, today you just learned stuff of what is HTML, what is CSS. Like, okay, do Venkata is saying we got an overview of HTML, CSS. Awesome. So, okay. Shaukat, should I tell them how to use any no-code tool so that they can complete it?
Yeah, sure. Sure, sir. You can go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So guys, I think Shaukat Ali, who is well versed with coding and all, he have explained you HTML CSS. But if you are like, as you're from first year, like you may not be able to, I'm not telling you can't do it, but like if you want to get things faster, like now the world has changed and we have got AI tools and all. So I'll be explaining you no-code tools, which are easy, like drag and drop, so that you can make a website and submit it tomorrow. And you can even outrun the guy who has been coding stuff and building website. Like you can easily develop a website and submit us. There are few tools which are no code, Wix, WordPress, but I won't be going there. Like tomorrow, there'll be mostly front end page with a few images, text, and features and all. So I'll be just taking up swipe pages as of now, so that it will be easier to create once it's landing page or something like that. Like landing page is something a page where it showcases about a course or something. Like I don't think like we haven't really revealed any problem statement before, right, Shaukat or Soumya? Like, have we given a hint of what the website was to be? Shaukat, Soumya, are you there? Like, have we told them before itself that you're going to develop a website on this? Okay. What I'll do is I'll just share you guys how to develop a casual website on swipe pages. So swipe pages is okay. I think someone has shared. We think it was a basic UI website. Okay, yeah, that's the thing. So let me. Okay. I think yeah. So can you guys see my screen, right? So just type swipe pages. I'll just copy paste this in the chat as well, so that you guys can just. I mean, it will be easier for you to do a website tonight itself with no code. Uh, but I think it takes time for you to do stuff which is like research, or else what matter should write you should write, what features you should include, what sections you should include. Like you should start doing that after we give the problem statement in the group. Just a minute, I'll just just type in the chat how many of you have laptop with you. Type yes if you have, type no if you don't have. If you have laptop, type yes in the chat. If you don't have laptop, type no in the chat. I have laptop as yes, yes. Awesome. So if you don't have, type no, no worries. You will be dividing into group, right? So I think you guys can do it. Others, what about Ashif, Sharmila, and all? Like, do you have laptop? Yes, awesome. So you guys are participating in hackathon and you have laptop. I mean, that's a minimum criteria, and you guys have it in the first year. That's a great thing. Thank you so much, guys. So I'll be explaining you how to use no code in just 10 minutes so that you guys can make a website like this. Uh, Before that, I'll be explaining you what website is, like how you can, like what website needs to be there and the basic stuff, and then I'll explaining you the swipe pages and all, like how you should do that. So first, let me show a casual website like how we have did it before, which is simple and easy to look at. Just a minute. I have got the link here. Mm, so let me share the screen so that you guys can see that. Um, Share screen. Okay. Uh, if you guys can see the screen, am I audible? Okay, yeah, am I audible? Can you see the website screen here? Can anybody unmute themselves and say yes so that I'm on another screen?
Yeah, it's actually visible.
Awesome. So, like, we have created a casual website for this. Um, so for the student clubs, we have created a landing page. So this is the hero section. Like I would say, if you type, if you see this, so I have created a landing page for marketing course. So just so this is the hero section where you have navbar like EduMoon and courses about and login section. This is called navbar. Okay, so everyone will have this so that you can redirect to all those things. And this is the hero section where there will be a introduction of what is this website about. I mean, this is a landing page I'm explaining about. You depending on the tomorrow's thing, you can do this. I have mentioned what are the course benefits, like how we are featured upon. Like if you see this, you'll be getting a trust from us. And if I show you previous experiences, like what it is, so some numbers like I have worked in 200 crore worth companies and 40 crore worth companies. So what is the syllabus going to be, and what are the testimonials? So after reading testimonials, most of the course, uh, after seeing testimonials, students will get an idea of he is trustworthy and people will join. And this is a simple website and registration. So this is another website. Like you can, I mean, it's better to choose a website like maybe I'll type IIT address. So if you see this website, IIT Madras, I just typed it normally. Just check. So there's some navbar with all this. There is a photo section, which I said as hero section, a slider. And then this is news of or all the events that is conducted in IIT. And these are some of the programs that IIT has. And these are some highlights of the research that I have do. And these are some of the departments. So depending on the website or else the requirement of the requirement, we'll be developing websites. So as of now, there'll be as I said, navbar. This is the heading that you have to show, like what is this website about, and then a description. And then if you are taking registrations, that there has to be a call to action, and then the product features, and then what are the features that the website has, and few testimonials. These are all common testimonials, features, like if they have collaborate with any companies, So they just giving you like this, and there'll be a footer section where you'll be getting about us and all. So I have typed in the chat what is swipe pages, right? So how many of you are comfortable in Telugu? If type yes in the chat. If you would only know English, type E in the chat. If you're comfortable in Telugu, type yes in the chat. If you're only comfortable in English, type E. Okay, Venkat is Telugu. What about Bhumika, Vinay, Sharmila and all? Telugu, okay. Ashif is only English, okay. What about others? Sharmila. Okay. What about others? Telugu or English? Type what is the language you're comfortable in, or else both. Okay. Two of them in Telugu, two of them in English. So I'll combine both the language. So just open these 5 pages in your website, and if you don't have the login access, just click on sign up. Okay. And just click on sign up with Google. You'll be having a 14-day trial, as it is a hackathon which is conducted on 30th. I mean, you'll be starting from tomorrow and submitting on 30th. Just create a swipe pages link. I think I don't have the access to this. Just let me before that, I'll just stop sharing the screen. I'll just sign up, and you also try to sign up with swipe pages or any no coding platform. Just a minute. I'll do one thing. Yeah, as swipe pages. So go to that and sign up. I'll also be signing up in that. Just click on login, and there'll be an option called sign up at the end. Click on it, and then you can just directly sign up with Google by typing your password. So I think this email has already been taken. Just a minute. Are you guys able to sign up for that website? If yes, type yes in the chat. Swipe pages. Somebody type. Anay, can I leave now? This is a message. Okay. You can leave, Shaukat, if you want to. I'll just take care of it. So guys, I'll share the screen. You can unmute yourself. మీరు unmute